Hi everybody, today I'm going to be riding my bike in the lower sag setting. I have it set about 19%. I have the 160 treble Rockshox domain. My theory was always the more sag, the smoother the ride, the less air. But from a video I recently watched, I've had it backwards the whole time. You actually want more air, so you have a bigger cushion and you have more low, mid, and high stroke and time for it to build up pressure. So I'm testing that theory today. It's a Rockshox domain, nothing special. I got the compression fully open. I got the rebound set in the middle just for testing purposes. And I'm gonna see if I like it. So it's basically 20 pounds higher than they suggest on Rockshox Trailhead app. But I'm gonna give it a try. And see if it improves my fork performance, because I've never been happy with this fork. It's always just real choppy and jarring, and I don't know. Can never find that sweet spot. So I'm gonna try to find some rough stuff here at Hill Canyon, maybe do some lizard rock and some other stuff on this side, maybe some lichen. They got some rocks in there, and I'll give you my impression at the end of the ride if it worked for me and or if it was too harsh. So all right, I'll get to some choppy stuff, test her out, and report back. Some rain recently, not too much, but just enough. Look at this dirt. It is prime, real tacky. And already my initial thoughts on the fork, just riding on this flat stuff through these small, tiny little rocks, it's definitely stiffer, but it feels more playful, like just cornering it. You know, it's staying up, and that initial beginning of the stroke, so far so good. It feels good to me. It feels playful. So I'm gonna head over, like I said, get into some rougher, steeper stuff. It actually started raining a little bit right now, a few drops, which, as long as it doesn't unload on us, we should be good. I think I'm gonna come down this ridge over here to the left. I forgot the name of it, but I'm gonna give it a try. Oh yeah, nice soft landing with all that air up there. That felt good. Here on the trek rail, made some adjustments to my sag settings and air pressure from a video I saw that contradicts pretty much everything I thought I knew and the way other people tell you to set up your fork sag. So if you think having more increased sag, say like 30%, you're going to get a more supple ride, you're wrong. So the initial buildup of your shock when it's hitting bumps, it's going to move up faster because it has less air volume in there. So this guy's concept is get your fork set up in a high sag. So I got mine at 19%. He recommended 18. Because you have more air volume in there and higher pressure, it takes longer for the low, mid to high stroke to compress. Makes sense to me. I'm trying it today. This is just a Rockshox domain, nothing special. Compression fully open. I don't have any special dials on there. Rebound down here, it's set mid. It's about 10 clicks, so it's got about 20, set 10. And I'm just testing it out today, seeing if I like it. You're riding up higher in your stroke, so you're actually a little bit taller. Bottom bracket clearance issues, I guess, kind of helps with that too. But I'm gonna try it today because this fork has never ever satisfied me. And I know it's a low budget fork, Rockshox domain, but I do like that it's nice and burly, you know, 38 millimeter stanchions on it. And yeah, that's what I'm trying to do today. So I'm gonna try to see if a less percent of sag and more air is better. And no, e-bikes aren't motorcycles. Not familiar with the name of this trail. I just know it's really fast. It's probably been a year since I rode it, so hopefully the conditions are decent. Test this fork out. More air pressure, more pleasure. Let's see. stuff. You know, at the bottom of this, it gets really tight with a fast right turn. That turn I was talking about. See, that fork stayed planted in that corner. It stayed in that mid-stroke travel, so it was riding higher. I really like that feeling of that. Really good. Okay, one downhill down. Let's go find something else. First downhill lap, success. I really felt it in the corners when I was really going into it, no diving at all. The fork stayed probably in its mid-travel, and it just really hung in there. No issues with chatter bumps at all. It's like they went away. You can see right here, I still have maybe an inch of travel to go before I hit the max. And yeah, I am stoked on it. We're gonna do another trail right here. Same area. It's a little more of a single track area, but yeah, so far I'm happy with the results. All right. Still got plenty of travel. Yeah, staying really planted. Just following that surface of that trail. The curve's nice too. That's a factor, definitely. All right, that corner I mentioned last time coming up. See if I can hit it with a little more speed. Right here. Oh yeah. Much more confident. Good stuff. All right. Let's move on to a different part of this place. Check this out. Paradise Falls right there. I don't know why. Just rained, so super foamy. Maybe all the runoff from the streets. Someone was washing cars without using a pan. I don't know, but yeah, look how foamy it is. Pretty gnarly. Never seen it like that. All right, let's get to we're gonna go top of Lizard Rock. A little more chunky. Initial thoughts on the suspension. I'm really liking it. Even in the slow speeds right now, just cruising. It's not taking away anything. It feels really good. I'm happy. Coming up on Lizard Rock right up there. This is one steep mother. Just right here. Let me check my suspension sag. See if it moved at all. All right, I'm gonna get on gingerly. Put my weight on it. We're about 20, yeah, about 20% right now. So did move a little bit. Just riding it, settled it out a little bit. I think I might add a couple more pounds of pressure right now just to equalize that, get it back to the 18% sag setting. Brought my pump along with me. We'll see where we're at right now. 75. Let's go up. It's about 78. That's about where it was when I hit that 18% sag. All right, we'll recheck our sag setting. Like I said, I liked it at 18. Felt good to me right there. And I like that this GoPro is removable, magnetic. Okay. Pushed all the way down. Get on the bike gingerly. get into that attack position and get off. Yeah, it's about 20% now. 20%. So I'm looking at this one in here. So 21%. Maybe I'll give it a couple more pumps. So we're about 78. I'm going to go up to 80. Okay, 80. We'll go with that. And I'm not going to check my sag this time. I'm just going to ride. I'll cycle it a few times up here before I drop in. On that. All right. I'm just trying to hit these rocks on purpose. I'm not going for any time. Just seeing how it handles. The roughest patches I can. Have some fun. Yeah, the cornering is superb. Really notice it in the corners. Really holds well, stays up high. Feels so good. Here comes a bike. I'm gonna pull over. Keep on going. There's one more up there, but he hasn't left yet, I don't think.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
Enjoy.
Oh, this dirt is so nice. Yeah, the cornering is what I'm impressed with. And really the bumps too. Bumps pretty much went away. The small bumps actually. Yeah, I had it wrong the whole time. You know, I think I was onto the thought that less air, a plusher ride. Because if you think about it, less air, softer ride, yeah, makes kind of sense. But if you think about it, as this shock is, extended out, and you have more pressure in it, it's going to have more time to move into that mid and final stroke. So the less air, the less air, it's going to get to that point quicker, and it's just going to be a rougher ride. You're going to be at your final stroke in no time. So I love figuring stuff out and just tinkering. And this 100%, it's a noticeable improvement. I can really feel it. Some more air, less sag, or well, yeah, I guess less percentage of sag makes for a better ride. More usable suspension, higher ride height, more initial stroke. Love it, love it, love it. Yeah, buddy. All right, I'm gonna go over to this side of the hill canyon. There's one more place I want to try it out, which is not rough at all. It's super flowy. I just want to have some fun. See if I can improve on any kind of downhill time. Forgot to mention, I removed all my volume spacers or tokens. So I have none in there. It's just the air cap, no air spacers, no tokens. I'm using all of that airspace, all that travel. So, you kind of think about it, those volume spacers, we're gonna help it ramp up quicker. And that kind of like, I don't know, to me, it's taking up a little bit of that usable space. I want it all. I want the whole enchilada. And I want it to be a nice ride. So that's what I'm in the search for, and so far so good. So more air pressure, less percentage of a sag, more usable initial stroke of your fork, better low, mid, and high feeling in the stroke of the fork. It stays planted. The small bumps, I really didn't notice them as harshly as I have in the past. So all in all, it's a total win for me. So, and I think I'm at 80. I think recommended manufacturer's setting was like, God, I want to say 67 or something like that. So I'm like 15 PSI above right now. Don't go with what they tell you. Go with what feels right. And don't listen to me. What do I know? I know there's tons of tutorials out there telling you how to set up your fork. And it's kind of funny because prior to watching the guy that contradicted what everyone else was saying, I just got done watching a Pink Bike review on how to set up sag and setting for your fork. And she was like, you know, lower PSI plus your ride, lower sag, sticking to the ground better, more control. And I'm just like, okay, cool. I was about to do that. I was about to go out, lower my sag to 30 PSI, or lower my sag to 30%. And then I found that one video and I was just like, okay, this guy is saying the exact opposite.
Here's where we get to the most common misconception of the setup process. If the recommended range of sag for your fork is 18 to 24% and you're hoping for a nice supple feel, the most common inclination is to set sag closer to the 24% side of the range. The thought here is that a higher sag percentage means less air pressure needs to be used, which means less overall resistance to compression forces. However, remember how that resistance increases the more the suspension is compressed? Well, the more sag we have set, the further we are into that range of resistance. This means that we travel more quickly away from the softer initial stroke and into the more firm mid and much too quickly into the final stroke. All of this can lead to the fork feeling much less comfortable than it should. And generally, the most common response to this is to continue letting more air pressure out, which, as you can imagine, only makes the problem worse.
And his videos make more sense to me. So let's give it a try. And I'm glad I did. I'm glad. Finally, this fork is feeling decent. I'm happy. So maybe think about it, give it a try. If you got an air shock, just go try 10 PSI above what you normally run. Get that sag to about 20%. 18 is what the dude suggested, which I even might try 18. I'm at 20 right now, and mess around with it. But if your fork is feeling fine, don't mess with it. All right, everyone, let's get to that other trail. Lost my footing. All right, whatever. That's how much suspension I've used. Let's go back all the way down with the ring and let's take off. Liking, this is a rough trail. I didn't plan on taking this one, but that's another one that if the shock has any flaws, it's gonna show up here. You know what I mean? Very rough trail. Fork is keeping up though. Not bouncing around everywhere. Staying planted. beep. You all catch that? Weird straight. Okay, felt fast. Wow, even in this fire road, feels good. Feels really good. Sweet, I'm stoked. So if you're having issues with getting your fork set up correctly, maybe try these steps. Less of a sag percentage, more air. Find where you're happy and let her rip. Yeah, that front end is just, it's happy. Staying planted. It's not skipping all over the place. Right on, happy. Cool. All right, everyone, thanks for riding with me. Once more, compression fully open, Rockshox domain, nothing special. Rebound set at the mid, click of like 10, 18%, 18 to 20% sag, 15 pounds PSI more than the manufacturer's suggested setting. And I guess the pressure doesn't matter. That depends on your body weight and where your sag will be when you get on your bike. But yeah, 20% sag. Whew, man. That's the ticket right there for this fork and for my riding. All right, everyone, thanks for watching. Give it a try. Stay stoked. Subscribe, like, share. Have a good day.